Please remain standing for the national anthems of the Commonwealth of Dominica and the People's Republic of China. Thank you very much. I now invite Pastor Lennox Timothy to open us in prayer. Please remain standing.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to read from the book of Nehemiah, chapter 1, from verses 4, before we pray. And it came to pass when I heard these words, but I sat down and wept and mourned certain days and fasted and prayed before the God of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord God of heaven, the great and terrible God, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments. Let thine ear now be attentive, and thine eyes open, that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray before thee now, day and night, for the children of Israel thy servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against thee. Both I and thy father's house have sinned. We have dealt very corruptly against thee, and have not kept thy commandments, nor the statutes, nor the judgment, which thou commandest thy servant Moses. Remember, I beseech thee, the word that thou commandest thy servant Moses, saying, If ye transgress, I will scatter you abroad among the nations. But if ye turn unto me, and keep my commandments, and do them, though there were of you cast out unto the uttermost part of the heaven, yet will I gather them from thence, and will bring them unto the place that I have chosen to set my name there. Now these are thy servants and thy people, whom thou hast redeemed by thy great power and by thy strong hand. O Lord, I beseech thee, let now thine ear be attentive to the prayer of thy servant, and to the prayer of thy servants, who desire to fear thy name, and prosper, I pray thee, thy servant this day, and grant him mercy in the sight of this man, for I was the king's cupbearer. Let us pray. O God, our Father, we thank thee for another day that thou, Lord God, hast spared our lives. We thank you for your great mercies. Because of your mercies, O God, we are not consumed. Today we lift our hearts in, Father, acknowledgement of your sovereignty over our lives. And we thank you, O God, that you are faithful, you are true, and that thou doest all things well. We thank you for this occasion today. Father, we thank you that even in your word we are instructed to be patient, O God. For those who trust in you, God, and wait upon you, you will manifest yourself in ways that are beyond our imagination. And so we give you glory today. We give honor to you. Thank you for this ceremony. We ask that, Lord, your presence would fill this place. And we ask as we look forward, oh God, to the construction of the school, that their Father, you would watch over every person who would be engaged, who would be involved, their Father, that there would be no accident, no incident, that all would go well, that there would be great favor, their Father. And to the end, dear Lord God, your name would be exalted in this nation, and your name will be exalted in the school, Father, and the other schools that will be built and renovated, dear Father. So today we lift our hearts in gratefulness, and we are glad today that you have caused this day to come to pass, dear Lord God. And so all the praise, all the glory, and all the honor is yours. For this we ask in no other name, but in Jesus' name. And all of God's people together says, amen. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Skerrit, Minister for Housing and Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency. Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence. Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Minister for Labor, Public Service Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship and Small Business, and Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau North Constituency. Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly. Honorable Members of Cabinet. Honorable Jesma Paul, Victor, Leader of the Opposition, and other Honorable Members of Parliament. Your Excellency, Lin Jianying, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Commonwealth of Dominica. Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Your Worship, Mayor Sandra Ermin Royer, Financial Secretary, Permanent Secretaries, Dr. Jeffrey Blaise, Acting Chief Education Officer and staff of the Ministry of Education, Mr. Louis Dong, Vice President of CCECC, Pastor Lennox Timothy, principals and students, other distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and all those of you listening via various forms of media. Good morning to everyone, and welcome to the groundbreaking ceremony of the China Aid Project for the construction of 6 schools in the Commonwealth of Dominica. This morning, we are in Goodwill in the Roseau North constituency, and at this time, I would like to invite Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Minister for Labor and Parliamentary Representative of the Roseau North constituency, to officially welcome you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before I begin, let me recognize in our presence Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and his wife, Honorable Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency and Minister of Housing, Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Members of Cabinet, Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, the Leader of the Opposition, other Honorable Members of Parliament, Your Excellency Lin, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Your Worship, Mayor Ermin Royer, Mrs. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Permanent Secretaries, Mr. Liu Dong, Deputy General Manager of CCECC, Pastor Lennox Timothy, other distinguished guests, my dear constituents, those here and those listening via radio and on social media, including members of the campaign team, members of our party groups, executive members, and my dear parish priest who I know is listening, good morning, Colton T., members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. This morning, I stand as the proud parliamentary representative for the Roseau North constituency to welcome each and every one of you to this ceremony that will signal the official commencement of work to reconstruct the secondary school at Goodwill, as well as 5 other schools across the island, namely the Thibault Primary School, the Bellevue Chopin Petit Savant Primary School, the Tetmont Primary School, the Sinico Primary School, and the Calibishi Primary School. Esteemed ladies and gentlemen, I am honored and elated to be part of this momentous occasion. This ceremony that will quickly lead to the start of construction of the new school at Goodwill. Today is a special occasion for us, the people of this great and dynamic Roseau North constituency, and no doubt the same is true for the students and their parents and teachers of 5 other communities across the island who will also benefit from the construction of new schools, all funded by the government of the People's Republic of China. As the new parliamentary representative for this constituency, today's groundbreaking ceremony is significant for me in so many ways. Ladies and gentlemen, this project is extremely dear to my heart. Some of you may recall that just 9 months ago, in November 2022, mere steps from where we are today, I pledged to all that I could see the start of, I would do everything I could to see the start of construction and completion of our new secondary school at Goodwill. And here we are today. Once again, your Labour Party government is making good on its promise. To place this ceremony into context, how can we not recall the devastation caused by Hurricane Maria? And that devastation included the destruction of the Goodwill Secondary School. And today we also remember fondly the helping hands extended to us by our friends. And here today, we're talking about one of our major allies in this case, the government of the People's Republic of China. And we are all here today to witness the realization of one of their commitments, a ceremony to mark the commencement of construction of 6 education facilities. Certainly a moment we have all been awaiting. In Roseau North, our children have borne the brunt of the devastation caused to the school infrastructure by Hurricane Maria. Since 2017, students of the Goodwill Secondary School have operated on a shift system with the Dominica Grammar School. Of course, this situation is not the most ideal, and we would much have preferred that our children had full-day access to their own school facilities. Yet, they continue to persevere. Their parents have been patient. Their principal and teachers are the best examples of dedication and strength. They show up every day for our children and have been true professionals throughout. Today, I say a thank you to you, Principal Graham, and your staff. I also want to place on record our appreciation to the principal, staff, parents, students of the Dominica Grammar School for accommodating our students. Be assured, we are truly grateful, and the end is near. Today is a new day. Principal Graham, teachers, students, parents, and well-wishers, can you see the light at the end of the tunnel? I can, and I'm sure you can too. Our children from Pottersville, Goodwill, Gutter Village, Tarishpit, Yampis, Stock Farm, Bellevue Roll, Fokole, Ravincock, Mont Daniel, Cocoa Bottom, St. Edmunds. We are this much closer to our reality of a new school in Goodwill. And I say to everyone, what a facility it promises to be. This new facility will provide teachers with the adequate space they need to harness their students' talent and build on the tradition of skills training at the Goodwill Secondary School. Upon completion, the school will be named a Center of Excellence, as we heard in the budget address, for technical, vocational education and training. It means that the school's garment production, auto mechanics, and woodwork programs will once again thrive and expand. New programs in agriculture, plumbing, food preparation, and cosmetology will be added. And listen to this. Let me share a surprise with you. I have received the assurance from the Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister of the Government of the People's Republic of China during her visit to Dominica in July 2023 that our facility, our new facility, will include robotics, which to capitalize on our children's interest in the cutting-edge technology which is redefining this world. Minister, I once again extend an invitation to you to return to Dominica to celebrate with us when we're commissioning our new school at Goodwill. The Center of Excellence in TVET will serve as a hub for skills training and development, not only for students who attend the school here, but for young people across Dominica. This new school at Goodwill will help meet the goal of this Dominica Labour Party government to empower our young men and women with in-demand, marketable skills for Dominica and the region. With a renewed focus on TVET, our youth will be exposed to the latest technology and industry developments, allowing them to remain competitive in their fields and to help drive economic growth and development. We want to develop a cadre of young, skilled individuals who will contribute to the creation of jobs and increase productivity for a more prosperous Dominica. With the new School of Excellence at Goodwill, we are poised to revolutionize skills training in Dominica, just when the world is demanding new and emerging competencies for countries to remain competitive in a rapidly evolving global economy. Ladies and gentlemen, your government understands the need to respond to our changing realities, and we are incredibly grateful for the assistance and support of the people and the government of the People's Republic of China. Many years ago, at a similar ceremony that reinforced the strong ties between the government of Dominica and the People's Republic of China, I used the old adage, a friend in need is a friend indeed. And it warms my heart that still today, it so aptly describes the relationship between those two countries. Beyond a doubt, the government of the People's Republic of China has been a critical partner in our development for almost 2 decades. And while I am sure that everyone here today can list a number of those major development projects locally that were financed from the generosity of our friends, for emphasis, I will list a few. We can refer to the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, the West Coast Rehabilitation Project, which included major roadworks and the reconstruction of 3 damaged bridges along the Eole-Bla Highway, the York Valley Bridge, the Newtown Primary School, the new Dominica Grammar School, the Dominica State College, the expansion. We also received valuable assistance during the COVID-19 pandemic in the form of vaccines and PPEs. And of course, our beautiful, modern Dominica-China Friendship Hospital, located right here in this dynamic constituency of Roseau North. Ladies and gentlemen, these all stand as concrete expressions of the friendship we have enjoyed with the government and the people of the People's Republic of China. Ambassador, please convey our heartfelt gratitude to your government for your long-standing support of the people and the government of Dominica. Please also tell them of the gratitude of the parents, children, residents of Roseau North, and other communities who will also benefit from these new modern education facilities. I assure you that here in Roseau North, we will treasure this gift, and we look forward with great anticipation to the next few months of construction and the opening of our new school. Ambassador, be assured that this government, led by Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, stands steadfast in support of the One China policy and will continue to work on strengthening the bonds of our friendship. Before I end, I thank the Minister of Education, Honorable Octavia Alfred and her team for their efforts and hard work that has brought us here today. I also wish to single out the Cabinet Secretary and Acting PS of Education, Ms. Karen Prevost, for her leadership in planning this project and the ceremony. In fact, when CAPSEC shared some photos last night of preparations of the event, I had difficulty recognizing our old school. CAPSEC, job well done. I say a big thank you to you. At this point, I must mention and express appreciation to the members of the Roseau North beautification teams for their hard work and commitment to first clear the existing structure and then to prepare the grounds and the area in preparation for today's event. Great job, team. Yet again, you have made me proud. I see some of you here today, and I am glad that you've accepted our invitation to be here to celebrate this special occasion with your government. I think today's symbolic ceremony on the grounds of the Goodwill Secondary School is an indication that Roseau North has not been forgotten by this Labour Party administration. I am confident that this major project is just the start of more good things that's going to come to our constituency. It's a new season for continued development in Roseau North, and I am excited about the prospects for my people. Thank you to our esteemed Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, for your sterling leadership, which has ensured that the dream of a new secondary school for Goodwill becomes a reality. Yes, Prime Minister, thank you for ensuring that our secondary school at Goodwill is the first on the list for construction. Be assured we are all extremely grateful to you. As I end, I recall the many conversations I have had with so many of my dear constituents concerning the reconstruction of the new Goodwill School. Many persons indicated that all they wanted was a new Goodwill Secondary School. I'm sure if they were sitting in front, I would see the joy in their eyes because our dream is coming true. As I wrap up, I say to them, thank you for your patience and understanding. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for the confidence placed in your Labour Party government. Ladies and gentlemen, another promise made and kept for my good people of the Roseau North constituency. Already, our community is being positively impacted by the project, with a number of young men already employed. I wish to thank the contractor, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, for your willingness to contract some of our young men and women for the duration of the project. I intend to stay close to the project to explore the possibility of having even more constituents obtain employment as the project progresses. Lastly, I wish to encourage my constituents to prepare themselves for the opportunities which will become available when the school is complete. I'm talking about the openings for cleaning services, for example, catering of snacks to the students during recess, and even new jobs for professionals who have specialized in technical and vocational areas of training. There will be new openings at the Center of Excellence once completed, and we must, yes, I say, we must ready ourselves to grab and make the most of these opportunities. May the good Lord continue to bless our efforts, our people, and our friends. Once again, thank you and welcome all.
Thank you very much, Honorable Blanchard, for your remarks, and welcome to the Roseau North constituency. At this time, I would like to specially recognize the principal and students of the schools represented here this morning. We have the principal of the Goodwill Secondary School and a contingent of students from the Goodwill Secondary School. Let's recognize them. We also should have the principal and a few students of the following schools: Bellevue-Chopin Primary School, Bellevue-Chopin Pilit-Savane Primary School, Tetmon Primary School, Sineku Primary School, Kalibishi Primary School, and Thibault Primary School. Are they all here? Let's give them a round of applause. We know that today is the first day of school, and they are here with us this morning in this very special ceremony. At this time, I would like to welcome a student of the Goodwill Secondary School to share some special music with us, entertainment. Goodwill Secondary School.
I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Help me believe in what. Sorry. I'm only human. I'm just a woman. Help me believe in what I could be and all that I am. Show me the stairway I have to climb, Lord, for my sake. Teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Lord, give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way one day at a time. Do you remember when you walk in the moment? Well, Jesus, you know, if you're looking below, it pours now and then, pushing and shouting, that crowd in my mind. So for my sake, teach me to take one day at a time. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking of you. Just give me the strength to do every day what I have to do. Yesterday's gone, sweet Jesus, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way one day at a time. Lord, help me today, show me the way one day at a time.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus. This is a very powerful song for this moment and for this occasion. Miss Wilbertha Aurelie, thank you very much. That was an awesome song. Thank you. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Louis Dong, Vice President of CCEC, to give his remarks. Thank you.
尊敬的斯凯里特总理、林新江大使、各位来宾，大家上午好。
Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Scarrett, Honorable Ambassador Ling Xianjiang, Honorable colleagues and guests, good morning.
很高兴来到风景秀丽的多米尼克，在多方的共同努力下，原多米尼克飓风灾后重建学校项目即将开工。今天非常荣幸地与大家共同见证项目的奠基。首先，请允许我作为施工方的代表，中国土木工程集团有限公司向工程的奠基表示衷心的祝贺，对光临仪式的各位来宾表示热烈的欢迎。
It is a great pleasure to come to the Commonwealth of Dominica, which has beautiful scenery and the reputation of Lakeshore Island, under the great attention and care of leaders at all levels in China and Dominica. Project of schools reconstruction in the Commonwealth of Dominica is about to start. It's a great honor to witness groundbreaking of the project with you today. First of all, please allow me as a representative of the Contractor, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, to express my heartfelt congratulations to the groundbreaking of the project. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all the colleagues and guests who came to the ceremony.
Thank you. Thank you. 中国土木的前身是中国铁道部的员外办公室，自上世纪60年代为筹建坦赞铁路而设立。近年来，中国土木深度地融入“一带一路”建设，在加勒比区域安巴及多米尼克防建、市政、机场、港口和其他基础设施领域取得了不俗的成绩，先后承建了安巴机场航站楼、安巴舞蹈中学、安巴板球场、多米尼克温莎公园体育场等一系列援助项目。
CCECC was formerly the Foreign Aid Office of the Ministry of Railways of China, which was established in the late 1960s to coordinate the construction of Tanzania-Zambia Railway. In recent years, China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation has been deeply integrated into the Belt and Road Initiative and has achieved good results in housing, municipal constructions, airports, ports, and other infrastructures fields in Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica. A series of China aid projects was completed, such as VC Bird International Airport New Terminal Project, Five Islands Secondary School Project, Sir Vivian Richards Cricket Stadium, and the Dominica Windsor Park Sports Stadium.
本项目包括1所中学和5所小学，总建筑面积1.4万平米，建设内容包括教学用房、办公用房、餐厅用房和附属用房等，并提供办公设施。
This project includes 1 secondary school and 5 primary schools, and the total construction area of the 6 schools is about 14,000 square meters. The construction content includes teaching rooms, office rooms, restaurants, kitchens, and auxiliary rooms, and office furniture will be provided.
本项目由中国中广电广播电影电视设计研究院与北京建大京津大房工程管理公司组成的联营体，承担勘察设计和项目管理任务。本项目的设计理念是文化融合、整体规划、绿色环保、防灾设计。
The consortium formed by Radio, Film, TV, Design and Research Institute and the Jingjing Dafang Engineering Management Corporation undertakes the survey, design and project management tasks of the project. Design of this project adheres to 4 major concepts: cultural integration, overall planning, environmental protection, and disaster prevention.
6所学校建成后，将有利于改善当地的基础教育设施，进一步为中小学生接受教育提供便利，促进当地的社会发展，是典型的民生项目。中国土木秉承教育事业功在当代、利在千秋的理念，坚持以优质工程品质助力多米尼克教育事业的发展。
The completion of the 6 schools will help improve the local basic education facilities, further provide convenience for primary and secondary school students to receive education, and promote the development of the local society, which is a typical livelihood project. With China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation upholds the concept that the merits of education are in the present and the benefit in the future. Adhere to high quality engineering quality to help the development of Dominica's education industry.
中国土木有责任、有信心、有实力，优质高效地完成该工程项目的建设，让学校早日投入使用，助力中多两国友谊良好发展。
China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation has the responsibility, confidence, and the strength to complete the project with high quality and efficiency, so that the school will be put into use as soon as possible and help the friendship between China and Dominica countries to develop well.
最后，祝项目顺利实施，祝各位来宾工作顺利，身体健康。
Finally, I wish the project to be implemented smoothly, and I wish all the colleagues and guests good work, good health, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and all of us here look forward to the commencement of this project. At this time, I'm very honored to invite to speak to us the Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence.
Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Skerrit, who is the parliamentary representative of the Roseau Central constituency. Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Minister for Labor, Public Service Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, Small Business Development, and who also serves as a parliamentary representative for the Roseau North constituency. Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, other honorable members of Cabinet, Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, Leader of the Opposition, other honorable members of Parliament, Your Excellency Ling, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Your Worship, the Mayor, Ms. Sandra Royer, Ms. Karen Privot, Secretary to the Cabinet, and Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, other permanent secretaries, Mr. Lu Dong, the Vice President of CCECC, Pastor Lennox Timothy, other distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, students, teachers, everybody, good morning. It is an honor to be here this morning at the groundbreaking ceremony of this long-awaited project. Somebody will end up saying, well, all of them saying the same thing, man. But for 6 years, all of us have been saying the same thing. When are we going to start this Goodwill Secondary? So this morning, the groundbreaking is a fresh example of the long and productive partnership between the government of Dominica and the People's Republic of China. This groundbreaking ceremony, though on the grounds of the Goodwill Secondary School, marks the start of a big project. This project, which is a package of 5 primary and 1 secondary school, is another tangible evidence of the importance that both countries place not only on our friendship and relationship, but also on education. Contracts have been signed for Thibault, Tetmont, Salibert, Calibichi, and Bellevue-Chopin Petit Savant primary schools as part of these projects. All these schools were damaged by Hurricane Maria, leaving some of our students to work in other spaces which were not built to be used as schools, And in the case of the Goodwill Secondary School, sharing space with another secondary school, which is not the best arrangement under which a secondary program should be operated. Yet, our teachers continue to give their best. Our students continue to perform, and our parents continue to have confidence in those who work in the system. As a former secondary school principal, I understand the stress of running a secondary program on an afternoon shift, and the Ministry of Education sincerely thanks you for your patience and effort. We also extend gratitude to the Dominica Grammar School for sharing their space. This is also hard for them since they have to cut all afternoon programs. But the principal and teachers of the Goodwill Secondary School, above all, have displayed commendable work ethics despite the challenges. We do not underestimate the level of dedication it has taken to teach, to conduct extracurricular activities, and to fully engage your students in an afternoon shift setting. You can clap, well? We are also mindful of the effects this has on our students, especially those who reside far and have to catch a bus, and those who engage in sports, who miss their afternoon practice sessions, yet you persevered and have shown improvements in many areas. Thank you for your hard work and your commitment to the education of our children. For us today, the word groundbreaking stands for more than the literal breaking of ground. It stands for groundbreaking of 5 primary schools and 1 secondary school, Goodwill Secondary, a center of excellence for technical vocational education. This ceremony stands for the synergy between technology and architectural design that will make this school unique. This ceremony stands for the wisdom of this government as we choose to invest in the future of our children, our people, a future that is difficult to predict. And this ceremony stands for the generosity and bond of 2 good friends, the People's Republic of China and the Commonwealth of Dominica. Close friendship, teamwork, and partnership mark the preparations that have brought us here to this point. I salute the efforts of the Prime Minister, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, and his officers, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Vince Henderson, and his officers, the government of the People's Republic of China and the People's Republic of China Economic and Technical Cooperation, the ministers and officers in the Ministry of Housing, Public Works, Education, Environment and Planning, the officers at Land and Survey, principals, staff, students, and parents, and the parliamentary representatives, both past and present, of the constituencies of which these 5 schools, Sineku, Tibo, Tetmon, Bellevue, and Kalibishi, form a part. These schools are being built at a time when governments must make decisions on how best they should spend money. We make this decision in the favor of the children of Dominica, in the favor of our future. Therefore, we encourage the people of Dominica, especially our youth, to make wise choices and decisions about the direction of their future. Since the passage of Hurricane Maria, we have come a long way with school rehabilitation. Our Build Back Better philosophy has meant that our rehabilitated buildings and new construction projects are designed with all amenities for modern classrooms. We have also designed our new school buildings with spaces for the development of talents and to promote sports, culture, and to embrace diversity, especially including children with special needs. All the new primary schools will have space for early childhood centers. The Goodwill Secondary will have a state-of-art technology, enormous capacity, and magnificent spaces, which will enable us to rethink education as we use the Center of Excellence for TVET education in Dominica. We have 3 floors for classrooms, everything you can think of, including sick room, pastoral care room, counseling room. We heard about the robotics room. We will do our fencing, but we'll also have a technical block. And all rooms offering technical training will be designed keeping in mind standards required for specific subject areas. This project starts with a vision to ensure that TVET finally reaches a level of prominence and significance on our island. This is exciting, especially as we move into National Vocational Qualification Certification by the end of this year, which will take us to the next level of issuing Caribbean Vocational Qualification Certification, hopefully next year. Good school infrastructure helps improve the attendance and interest of students in learning and motivates teachers to give their best efforts. This is why this government continues to invest heavily in the improvement of our school plans to ensure the comfort of students, teachers, and administrators. I make special mention of the parliamentary representative for the Roseau North, Honorable Miriam Blanchard, for championing with us in this cause. Honorable Blanchard's enthusiasm is mirrored by the Ministry of Education, and we look forward together to the day when we will welcome our students to this new facility. The Ministry of Education and Dominica, by extension, has enjoyed a super relationship and true friendship with the People's Republic of China. We extend sincere thanks to the People's Republic of China for funding this project. China has been our true friend in good times and our sincere partner in bad times, and we will forever cherish this relationship. It has been a long journey, but God has brought us thus far. We are nearing the end of the waiting period, but a new journey begins as work begins. However, we are confident that we will have an end product which will be worth the wait. But on this happy occasion, before I leave, I remind all of us of an inconvenient truth. As the world faces the consequences of climate change and global warming, as weather patterns turn unpredictable, and we face more and more natural disasters, as the world economy becomes more difficult, the only way forward is to build the resilience of our country and of our people. This is what this government is about, and this is what we aim to do. So may God bless our endeavors, and may God bless us all. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I love you too. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Minister, and I dare say we love you too. I think all of us love you too. I am very pleased again to welcome for a performance this morning a young artist from the Roseau North constituency, Colton T. Let's make him feel welcome.
Morning, everybody. Ajmal, read him, please. So this is my single that goes by the name of Phase. And in Phase, it's stated that no situation is permanent and nothing bad lasts forever. I know it's a very proud moment for you. I say thanks for having me. PM, love yourself. Yeah, the amount of struggle some face and today I must stay. Just believe in yourself, just feel in yourself. Then don't you dwell on the past, tell yourself that the future will bright. Yeah, you're from your half life, you possess your energy of fight. Yeah, my struggles there, temporary. Yes, and my trouble days could never face me. Yeah, they could never face me down. Yeah, they could never face me down. Yeah, man, said you know the song. Welcome to join along with Jesse. Honorable Scary. Yeah, they could never face me. Listen up now. Yes, expectations bring disappointment. And stressing over things you can't control is a problem. Avoid them if you can't do it. No situation is permanent and nothing bad lasts forever. Struggle is a part of the life that we live, so let's get together. We are my struggle day. Yes, I'm my trouble day. What me do? It could never face me down. Yeah, they could never face me down. Yeah, look at my face and today I'm still alright. Yeah, just believe in yourself, cause faith, yeah. Don't you dwell on the past, tell yourself that the future will be bright. Yeah, you're from your heart like you possess the energy. Yeah, my struggle day. Guess I'm my trouble day. Yeah, they could never be me. Ashman, take me low real quick, Ashman. Yeah, the amount of struggles on my face and today I'm still alright. Yeah, just believe in yourself, cause faith in yourself is alive. And don't you dwell on the past, tell yourself that the future will be bright. Yeah, you're from your half life, you possess the energy for fight. Yeah, yeah, my struggles day. Yes, are my trouble days. You want me to do? Yeah, they could never face me down. Yeah, they could never face me down. Yeah, they could never face me down. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Colton T. I have to say that when I spoke to the Minister for Labor, the parliamentary representative, about this event, the first thing she told me was that every time she goes to the Goodwill Primary School, she meets Colton T there, so they always go there together. So thank you very much for everything that you do for our students. And this song is a reminder that no situation is permanent. At this time, today, of course, is a very important day for us in our relationship with the People's Republic of China, and I am very pleased to welcome His Excellency Lin Jianyin, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, to Dominica to address us.
Honorable Roosevelt Scarrett, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, and Mrs. Scarrett, and Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, and Honorable Miriam Blanchard, Minister for Labor, Public Service Reform, Social Partnership, Entrepreneurship, and Small Business Development, and Parliamentary Representative for Roseau North Constituency. Honorable, from your remarks, I can imagine that you are the most exciting person today. And Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, and honorable members of Cabinet, Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, Leader of the Opposition, and other honorable members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, members of Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Your Worship Mayor Sandra Ermin Royer, and Ms. Karen Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet, Permanent Secretaries, and Mr. Liu Dong, Deputy General Manager of CCECC, and Pastor Lennis Timothy, other distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today is a very important day, a blessed day, and a very exciting day. Another milestone for the post-Hurricane Maria Schools Reconstruction Project, which stands as testimony to the solid China-Dominica friendship. Today, we are going to witness the groundbreaking ceremony of the project, and the first school to be constructed is Goodwill Secondary School, which accounts for about 40% of the total construction work. And I know that we are looking forward to this moment for a couple of years. As a Chinese saying goes, you never know how hard a task is until you have done it yourself. And as a witness and promoter of the project, I would like to review several historical moments of the project with everyone present. And on April the 27th, 2020, the exchange of notes was signed by our two sides. The Chinese government agreed to reconstruct the six schools destroyed by Hurricane Maria, including Goodwill Secondary School and 5 primary schools. And the total construction scale is about 12,117 square meters. And then on December 20th, 2021, the supplementary exchange of notes was signed. Due to the global outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the progress of the project was delayed. And after multiple rounds of communications by the Chinese embassy, agreement has finally been reached to add some new content, which includes staff offices, safety rooms, etc. The total construction scale increased by 6% from the original scale. And back then, at the PM's office, I remember that Honorable Alfred and I signed the complementary agreement on behalf of our respective governments. And it was a few days before Christmas, and I still remember what Honorable PM said on that day: Santa is real. And you should understand how difficult it is to increase the scale of school construction amid the global economic downturn. And on March the 23rd, 2022, the implementation agreement was signed, and our two sides have reached an agreement on specific matters, such as work mechanisms, surveys, designs, and personnel management, etc. As you know, it is quite difficult for Chinese delegations to travel abroad during the pandemic, given the very few available international flights. But we managed to arrange for a professional team to complete its inspection work in Dominica in May 2022, despite all the challenges. And on June the 16th last year, our embassy organized the investigation team to present a preliminary report on the preparation work together with PM and relevant ministers. And I can recall that Minister Alfred saying, I'm dying to see the early completion of the 6 schools. And to complete the task as soon as possible, the investigation team worked day and night for more than 40 days in Dominica. And during the daytime, they conducted on-site inspections with their Dominican counterparts. And at night, they have to communicate with their colleagues in China and revise the design plan according to the latest situation. And thanks to the strong support from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, especially Honorable Dr. Vince Henderson and Ministry of Education and Ministry of Public Works, our two sides have reached an agreement on the main technical issues and signed the minutes of meeting for professional site investigation. The Chinese government and Chinese embassy fully understand the importance of the school's reconstruction project to Dominica, which is a nationwide concern to the Dominicans. And recently, our Assistant Foreign Minister of China, Hua Chunying, visited Dominica in early July, and one of her primary concerns is for the school project to begin as soon as possible. And she made a tour of the site for the Goodwill Secondary School and exhorting the heads of CCECC to deliver the project on schedule. And today, Deputy General Manager of CCECC Liu Dong has come all the way from Beijing to attend the groundbreaking ceremony. Yeah. Showing the constructors' commitment to completing the school project sooner. And CCECC had business in Dominica for many years, such as the Windsor Park Stadium project, which is the first China Aid project in Dominica. And I believe the wealth of the experience of CCECC has gained over the years in Dominica will enable them to successfully complete the honorable work. And ladies and gentlemen, education is the foundation for a country to seek development and maintain vitality. And the development of education is related to the future of the country. Dominican students need new, modern schools for better education after Hurricane Maria. And to start the construction of the project as soon as possible, I have discussed the details many times with Dominican counterparts and raised suggestions to my government to give priority to this project. I have spoken with my colleagues in Beijing urgently several times. And after the joint efforts of both parties, the school project can finally start construction this month. What I can assure you is that the 6 schools granted by China will be the most advanced and modern in Dominica and even in the Caribbean region. They will provide Dominican children with a modern, comfortable, and beautiful environment, and will become another witness of the friendship between the People's Republic of China and the Commonwealth of Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, next year will mark the 20th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between People's Republic of China and the Commonwealth of Dominica. And we will be celebrating this milestone simultaneously in Beijing and Roseau. And I can assure you that China, whether in good time or bad times, is willing to work with Dominican friends to deepen our pragmatic cooperation in various fields, continuously providing support to Dominica's sports, health, agriculture, education, and other sectors that will help to improve the livelihood of Dominican people. Efforts will be made to strengthen cultural exchanges and mutual learning and enhance traditional bilateral friendship, thereby promoting friendly relations between our 2 countries to a new height. And I, myself, also try all my best to enhance mutual understanding between our peoples so that they can become good friends, good partners, and good brothers forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Lin, and I can attest to the very close working relationship that we have with your staff and the company, and we really look forward to working together on this project. At this time, I would like to invite the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, who is also one of the parliamentary representatives of the 6 schools, to address us this morning. Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit.
Thank you very much. Let me, first of all, recognize my wife, Minister Skerrit, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Octavia Alfred, our Minister for Education, Honorable Vince Henderson, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and my other honorable cabinet colleagues, Honorable Miriam Blanchard, our Pal Rep for Rosenhoff, Miss Honorable Jesma Paul Victor, Leader of the Opposition, and other members of Parliament, Your Excellency Lin, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Dominica, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, Your Worship, Sandra Ermin Roy, Mayor of the City of Roseau, Ms. Corinne Prevost, Secretary to the Cabinet. This is going to be longer than my speech. Ms. Dennis Edwards, Financial Secretary, and other permanent secretaries, Mr. Louis Dong, Vice President of CCECC, my former cabinet colleagues present, Pastor Timothy, who prayed for us, thank you very much. Staff of the Ministry of Education, other distinguished invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, friends all, good morning. I extend warmest greetings to our friends from the People's Republic of China, Ambassador Lin and his team who are here to celebrate this momentous occasion with the people of Dominica, and more specifically, the children of Dominica. I wish from the outset, to place on record our profound gratitude to the People's Republic of China for this most noble of gifts, the gift of education for children in Goodwill and surrounding communities, and in Sineku, Thibault, Calibishi, Bellevue-Chopin, and Tetmon. This morning, we bear witness to this symbolic groundbreaking which signals the commencement of construction of 6 new school structures, starting here with the Goodwill Secondary School. And I held a meeting yesterday with the vice president of the construction firm, and he has given me the firm commitment that the schools will be constructed in a shorter period of time than the schedule shows. My dear friends, once again, China is demonstrating in a most tangible way the depth and sincerity of its friendship with Dominica. There is no denying that Dominica has benefited from repeated expressions of true friendship from the People's Republic of China. In sports, in road infrastructure, in agriculture and health, we have witnessed over the past 19 years incredible generosity from the Chinese people and government. Could you guys stop talking, please? Please, thank you. A mere stone's throw away from here stands the magnificent Dominica-China Friendship Hospital, which I believe is perhaps the most striking example of China's goodwill to Dominica and its people. Today, as countries the world over experience shortfalls in revenue and economic uncertainty caused largely by the fallout from COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, China is keeping true to its word to fund these 6 new schools in Dominica. I want to stress that this is a gift of significant proportion. The schools are valued at over US $30 million, or over EC $81 million, a substantial investment in any currency, and certainly a major injection of funds into the development of Dominica's education infrastructure. The investment underscores this Labour Party-led government's ongoing commitment to advance the human development as part of a long-term strategy for productivity and growth. Education, we know, is one of the most important factors in national development and the prosperity of a nation. This administration has, therefore, spared no effort to educate our children to the highest standards and create avenues for them to access lifelong learning. When we say that we are the education government, we mean this with all seriousness and tangible efforts to show. Since 2000, hundreds have earned university degrees through opportunities created by this government, including scholarships from the government of the People's Republic of China to earn higher value qualifications in a range of disciplines. In 2005, we introduced universal access to secondary education to give every Dominican student the opportunity to obtain a high school education. In 2012, we launched universal access to early childhood education to ensure that every pupil, 3 to 5 years of age, is able to attend a preschool or early childhood institution. Under this administration, we saw the creation of the State College in 2002 and the full access to tertiary education to that institution. And in 2019, we went a step further with the introduction of free tuition for all students. Some of you may remember the $15 million education enhancement project, DEEP, which supported the intervention of technical vocational education and training, TVET programs, at secondary schools with tools and equipment for crop production, food preparation, cosmetology, plumbing, garment production, electronics, and automotive repair. We aim then to retool the Dominican workforce with competencies for the Caribbean Vocational Qualification, CVQ, which would allow for easy movement across the region for work. When the Goodwill Secondary School is complete, we will take this focus on skills training to the next level. Dominican citizens will have access to a fully equipped center of excellence for technical vocational education and training. Here, our young people will be able to select a trade, build on their competencies, and prepare for higher paying, competitive jobs in Dominica and the region. I want this to be a place where the young men and women of Tarish Pit, Yampis, Stock Farm, Fokole, Gutter can sign up to learn a skill, to create new streams of income for themselves and their families. Here, we will grow our CBQ programs, upskill and reskill our young people for tomorrow's economy, and certify our citizens to find and indeed create decent work wherever they live. This thrust is in line with my stated objectives as CARICOM chairman to pursue education reform at a regional level. Our people face a challenging but yet optimistic future defined by rapidly evolving technology, which will require more and broader skills in the workplace. We must consider new and better ways to help our students across the region learn advanced skills and redesign our school curriculum to ensure they're able to succeed in school, in the global workplace, and in their personal lives. I am focused on pushing this agenda with my CARICOM counterparts because I want to help create a future where every Dominican and Caribbean citizen has a fair shot at a successful and fulfilling life. Here in Dominica, I believe we're well advanced in our efforts to provide all our children with quality education. Much of the credit for this belongs to the hard-working, committed teachers and principals across Dominica. I take this opportunity to heap praise on the teachers and principal here at the Goodwill Secondary School, who have never compromised their professionalism and care for the students, even in adverse circumstances. Madam Principal, we thank you and your staff for your heroic efforts. You deserve our highest commendations and our profound gratitude. Across the school system, JSS teachers are known to exhibit a high level of commitment to the students. Just imagine how much more they can achieve working in a new modern school where they can nurture students' interest in sports, music, arts, agriculture, science, technical and vocational skills, and information technology. Teachers, I can say to you, I am truly elated for all of you for the commencement of this Goodwill Secondary School. Soon you'll be imparting knowledge in a top-of-the-line education facility and giving even more of your best to the children of Dominica. You have our deepest admiration and respect, and I assure you of our continued support. I am also extremely pleased for the students and parents who stand to benefit when these 6 facilities are completed. The plans for all 6 schools have taken into account the needs of students and teachers to ensure there is effective teaching and learning and that our students receive the highest quality instruction. My constituents in Tebow have told me of the excitement that the construction will soon begin on the new school. As a matter of fact, for every year, for many years, when I would meet the village council, that would be the first item on the agenda. And interestingly, I met with them last Thursday, and they said to me, Prime Minister, we don't have to discuss the Tebow Primary School. I think everything is okay now, and so on. So it was not on the agenda for discussion. But we speak of the Tebow community, and I want to salute them for their understanding and patience and tolerance, because I want to remind the country that I first negotiated for a new school in Tebow with Prime Minister Patrick Manning, who provided me with funds to build a new school in Tebow. And as I recognized that Sansove had a bigger problem in Tebow, I diverted the funds to Sansove. After this, the then president of China was providing a gift to African leaders of a school. And I happened to have been the only leader outside of Africa who was gifted a school. And that school was supposed to be the Tebow Primary School. And I decided to assign that school to Newtown. That's why Newtown has a new school from China. And then I decided to use the CBI funds to construct the Tebow School. And I decided to assign those funds to the new Maho Primary School. That's why Maho was a new primary school. And even that the decision was left to me to decide which school commenced first, I decided to allow the Goodwill Secondary School to be first. That is why they talk about being your neighbor's keeper in a practical and tangible way. So, and I know the people of Sineku, Belvis-Chopin, Pidit-Savan, Tetmon, and Kalibishi will feel a similar sense of anticipation and gratitude. Your Excellency, the Ambassador, thank you once again for assisting to make the dreams of so many children come true. We continue on every occasion as a government to reiterate our commitment to the One China policy and to our profound friendship with the People's Republic of China. China is no doubt a true and trusted and sincere friend of the people of Dominica. Your Excellency, the Ambassador, please convey our sincerest gratitude to your President, President Xi, the government of China, and the people of China. We are forever grateful for this most generous gift, the gift of 6 brand new schools for the people of Dominica. I also wish to thank the Ministers for Education and Foreign Affairs and the senior public officers, and in particular, PS Mrs. Barbara Daly and PS Emil Lancelot, for your diligent efforts during the negotiations of the details of these schools. We're grateful for your efforts. We value your diligent work on behalf of our children. Today's turning of the soil symbolizes our ongoing commitment as a government to give the children of Dominica the best opportunities in education so that they become productive global citizens. and they may excel in their chosen fields of endeavor, and that they may go on to lead successful, rewarding lives. It is another milestone in our relations with China and another major achievement for Dominica's education sector. May God grant us his mercies over the next months of construction. I look forward to being back here very soon to celebrate the opening of the Goodwill Secondary School, the Center of Excellence for TVET in Dominica. Before I leave the podium, I want to exhort all of us in Dominica to be a bit more diligent and a bit more caring in our dispensation and our relationship with each other. This is our country, and our country needs each of us to be committed to each other and to our Dominica. Because at the end of the day, this is the only place the majority of us will ever call home. There's nowhere else we can go. And the question is, what do you want for Dominica? And what is going to be your contribution to achieve that goal for Dominica? And so I put it to you, my dear citizens, to rise to the occasion and to recognize that you're not doing it for anybody else, but you're doing it for yourself. Because we all live in a community, and we want to have a peaceful and peaceable life living within our communities for brothers and sisters. And so we are a Christian nation, and let us exemplify the virtues of Christianity. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Prime Minister. As a former Minister of Education, the Prime Minister continues to be a champion for education, and we appreciate your leadership on this project and many others related to education and Dominica's children. At this time in our program, well, before we move to this, let me just take the opportunity to say thank you to everyone who turned out this morning. I want to say a special thanks to the staff of the Ministry of Education, the Cabinet Secretariat, and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the NEP team of the Rosal North constituency, and the representatives of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China and CCECC, and everyone else who made today's function a reality. Thank you very much to you, our performers, our students, principals, staff, of all of the schools. At this time in the program, we invite you to move across to the Goodwill Secondary School site, where the symbolic groundbreaking and cultivation of foundation stone will be done. This will be led by the Honorable Prime Minister and the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, members of Cabinet, our other official invited guests, and principals, students of the various schools. I would like us to have some order as we move across, so we will allow the Honorable Prime Minister and the members of the head table to leave, and followed by the officials, members of Cabinet, other officials, after which we invite you to return here with us where we have a small reception downstairs. So please keep that in mind. Thank you very much to everyone, and we are moving to part 2, which is next door at the Goodwill Secondary School. Let's allow the Honorable Prime Minister and the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to make their way across, followed by members of Cabinet and then our other invited guests. Reminder that we are all moving across to the Goodwill Secondary School site after which we return here for reception.
Hey. What's that? What? Yeah, you do. Okay.
There we see the official groundbreaking for 6 schools to be constructed under the China Aid project of schools reconstruction after Hurricane Maria in the Commonwealth of Dominica. The 6 schools to be constructed: the Goodwill Secondary School, the Sinico Primary School, the Tetmon Primary School, the Kalibishi Primary School, the Thibault Primary School, and of course the Bellevue Chopin Primary School. We saw the groundbreaking to include the Prime Minister, the Chinese Ambassador to Dominica, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Minister for Education, and the Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau North constituency. There you have now the parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Education, the parliamentary representative for the Pittsburgh constituency, which includes the Bellevue-Chopin. You see the parliamentary representative for the Salibia constituency, which includes Siniku, and also you will have the other, yes, this young student from the Tebow Primary School. The Parliament has designated him to represent him there at the Tebow Primary School, and of course the parliamentary representative for the Salibia Primary School. Joining me is Mrs. Kiwana Fontaine Wilson, and Mrs. Fontaine Wilson, an important ceremony taking place here, and the groundbreaking. The Prime Minister and other senior officials have already broken ground, and the other to be part of the ceremony here.
Yeah, very significant, as I said earlier on, very significant activity taking place here. The first part of it was the ceremony, Daryl, and this is to symbolize actual construction at the site of the Goodwill Secondary School. As we can see, the Prime Minister is already asking for a let us roll, meaning let's just get this going. We see some students of the Goodwill Primary School and other...
No, not Goodwill Primary, that's a Tebow Primary.
Tebow Primary, okay, and other students representing the other schools that will be constructed under the funding of the People's Republic of China, are represented here today.
There's the Tebow Primary School, there is the Siniku Primary School,
Tetmon Primary.
Tetmon as well.
So the
second round.
What are we seeing now, Daryl?
Second round of groundbreaking to include school principals, parliamentary representatives, as well as students of the various schools.
And they are now moving dirt, moving soil to symbolize the groundbreaking.
Well, this
little
one
struggling,
seems to have started construction. Yeah, you see, and I think he handled the shovel very well.
Yes, indeed, with the assistance of the parliamentary representative,
yes,
Mr. Kuzia Frederick.
I think they must be happy. If I were to just grab the parliamentary representative, very happy to see the start of this project.
Yes, it's a long-awaited project for the Siniku community. It's one of the most populous parts of the Kanago territory, and the school is actually in the Mao River village, but it serves the Siniku community, and they've been doing well for the past few years. They've been topping the sports, topping in the common entrance at the community level. And so I'm so excited for them because we will have a safe space, a modern space, a space that will not only provide for education for children, but also be a community hub for community activities, for events, a social hub where people can engage in various activities. So I'm very excited for the Kanago people, very excited especially for the students of Siniku as the government continue to progressively push the agenda to ensure that at the end we have every household having a university graduate. I'm excited today.
The step in doing that, joining us now is the Minister for Foreign Affairs, but importantly, parliamentary representative for the Granby constituency, which includes Tetmon, and the Tetmon Primary School will be part of this project.
Tetmon Primary School. We are excited. Over the last few years since Mario, we've been sharing facilities. We've been utilizing the resource center, and we want to free it up for the activities, and we also want to give the students a more comfortable environment and the teachers a more comfortable place to work. So we are very excited about this. We know it's been long in coming. We know there are several schools to be built, so we still have to have a little more patience because obviously Goodwill Secondary School needs much attention that we can give it, make sure it's done, and I'm hoping that we will soon move to Tebow because Prime Minister has been really very generous to all of us and ensuring that I was the Minister of Education when he was offered the school, and we ended up building the school. No, we ended up school in San Sylvester, and then there was an interesting story behind it as well. And then we had other school, and then the other school. It's been generous enough, so we're looking for the location.
Nice.
We're looking forward to the construction of a new school, which will enhance the community as well.
That would mean that people should start populating the school. Get ready to populate this school.
I'm not sure about that. I just want to give thank you to our friends, the public and fast friend to Dominica. One of the most important aspects about development, that is to say, to create the right environment for learning for our children. We're grateful for that. It took a lot from them to get this project. Now, it really, they had to set aside some of the rules to allow the projects to start, because we felt it was necessary, especially the Goodwill Secondary School. And I'm very happy. We met in Beijing, in China, with Foreign Affairs. We discussed it with China Aid Director. We discussed it, and we've been discussing, and Prime Minister Skerrit has been pushing it as much as he can. So we're very, very happy. I want to say a special thank you to Ambassador Lin, the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Dominica, and his staff at the embassy. They've been very, very helpful, and we're happy that we are able now to see the groundbreaking of the Goodwill Secondary School, and soon thereafter the commencement of the other primary schools.
Thank you very much, Minister for Foreign Affairs. Kiwana, another historic day in Dominica. We have had a few good weeks. We have heard of the appointment or the nomination of the first female and first Kalinago president of Dominica. Now we have the schools, a lot of good things happening for our country, and it is a bright, sunny, and hot day. Kiwana.
Well, Daryl, I was about to say it's sunny and it is hot, and we are standing in that heat.
Yes, we are.
Only one reason, Daryl, and that is to bring all the people, our listeners, the audience, what is going on here this morning. And very significant, very eventful morning for Dominica, for the people of the Roseau North constituency. We heard of the parliamentary representative speaking about how excited she is, how excited the people of the Roseau North constituency is, and of course the teachers and students of the Goodwill Secondary School, who will now say yes, they will be getting this school very soon, and they will stop sharing the space with the grammar school as they have been doing for the past years. Yes. So it's definitely an exciting moment for the people here, and we are happy that we could bring this to them live.
And again, it's a day when school reopens.
That's right. Very, very, very fitting to have this activity taking place today. And the students are well dressed in their uniforms, new uniforms, so they can begin a new year with excitement on their mind that there's hope, and they will be getting this school very soon.
Thank you, Kiwana, and of course we thank you for joining us in bringing this broadcast live here for you, and on behalf of the collaborative team of DBS Radio and the Government Information Service, we thank you, and we look forward to the next event we're able to bring live for you.